Hello, welcome to Shooting Spitballs. This is the podcast where we drag under the microscope a whole manner of real-world video production scenarios, and then we figure out how to handle them when the unexpected hits on set. My name's Martin from Shot & Strong Films, and after years of shooting in all kinds of tricky situations, I'm here to pass on what I've learnt to new emerging video shooters that are looking for real, honest, practical advice that's going to help them stay sharp and adapt fast when things take a turn for the worst on set, which they often will do, believe me. Somehow, against all better judgment, Shean Roberts and Mark Rowe have returned to the podcast. Maybe it's loyalty, maybe it's madness, but either way, I'm glad to have them back. In today's episode, we're going to be challenged with filming a wedding proposal on a pier, with some red herrings swimming by to make sure it all goes wrong at the best possible moment. Let's see how long they last. Okay, welcome back, gentlemen. It's like we haven't been away.
I know.
I mean, we're wearing exactly the same clothes as last time. I can't believe it.
Did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, we've got an unexpected guest in the studio today.
Special guest.
Which is making itself known.
Yeah.
So if you see me going like this, you'll know what it is. I'm actually, if you're listening on audio, I'm swatting a fly.
Yes.
So yeah. Right, so for the people who haven't heard of you two,
many people.
Let's do some intros. Let's go with you, Mark, first.
Mark Rowe, predominantly a stills photographer, but sort of fell into doing live streaming and videography work a few years ago when the sort of digital revolution turned stills cameras into video cameras, and haven't really looked back since. I still get a little bit out of my depth with the video stuff sometimes, I think. Mm-hmm. Especially when sat here with you guys. Obviously, this is like depth of knowledge. This is what you do. But do video work, corporate video work, and live streaming and things like that. But photography is my main. Yeah, it's my main sort of role in life.
Cool. Okay, Sheann.
Yeah, me, I am a creative, multi-skilled operator that wears many different hats. But I primarily do live streaming and vision mixing. That's what I like to do as well, but I've done short films, I've done corporate videos, I've done run and gun, I do a bit of sound, and I just like to create stuff,
which for me is like it's invaluable when you're on set, because we've gone out and worked quite a few times together. So to have your guys' experience on set, it makes life so much like more enjoyable and easier for me, that I know if there is a problem or something comes up, I'll have a crack at fixing it. But knowing full well that both of you have hit that scenario several times before and you know exactly what to do, it's good to sort
especially in the live streaming department, right? Because we are the original live stream team.
Absolutely.
We've done many productions. So we've got each other's backs. It's kind of if something fails, something will rescue it.
Absolutely, 100%.
Cool. So we all know why we are here. Shall we get into it?
Let's go
into today's scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mark, can you do the honours? Press on the right.
This one.
Okay. Yeah. What does that look like to you?
That looks like Brighton Pier. Is that Brighton Pier? No.
Could be.
It's a never-ending pier.
Or a pier somewhere.
A pier somewhere.
Yeah.
Why are we here? Right, let me tell you. You've been asked by a creative marketing agency to film a wedding proposal on Brighton Pier. They've hired a small space at the end of the pier where a musician is waiting with an acoustic guitar. Mark, do you want to press the right button again?
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Good
okay.
lad, yes.
So this is where the proposal will happen. They've budgeted 2 cameras, 2 operators, and would like to throw in a static camera somewhere.
Okay.
So they want you to mic up Dave, who's the future groom, who'll be waiting to meet Emily, who's the future bride, to meet halfway down the pier. That's where they're going to meet. They'll then stroll down to the end of the pier where the proposal will take place. And they want the walk filmed. Not Dave and Emily. Well, they do, but the agency does.
Oh.
And also to hear their conversation en route to the proposal. Weather conditions expected to be windy and large crowds as it's the weekend.
Right.
Also, Emily mustn't know it's being filmed. Ever filmed on a pier before? Either of you?
Can't say I have.
No.
Okay.
Until now. First time
So-
I think.
Yeah.
How are we going to tackle this? So there's 2 of you, 2 camera operators, 2 cameras, and one budgeted for 1 kind of static camera. Who'd like to go first? And
I think so. There's a couple of
Sheann, we're going to you first.
there's a couple of things. I like this scenario. This is I love the challenge of having to, because there's multiple things to yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna multiple things to go wrong and multiple things to cover. So yeah, it's like, okay, we redundancy is one of the things that because it might not be feasible. So for things like so let's start with audio first.
Yeah.
So audio is windy. So it needs to be a mic that's hidden-ish.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to know.
That was the first thing that sprung to my mind. It's like,
Yeah.
she's going to, like, if,
What's that?
Yeah, what's
bulging
that?
out of your neck?
Yeah.
that's, I mean,
Yeah. It needs to be. Might needs to be so she's unaware, and also a fairy on. So there's some kind of wind muff because it's windy. Because sometimes even though you've hidden the mic through clothes, you can still hear the wind. So I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about how are you going to hide cameras, 2 camera ops and cameras, and possibly 1 static from her when she's walking down the pier.
I think the blessing there is it's going to be busy.
Yeah.
So if you like up and down Brighton Pier or like any busy pier, there's always people taking photos. There's always people running around doing little. So I think that's like if it was empty, like this photo here, then you'd struggle.
Yeah.
Because like you would stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
But I think if it's busy and there's lots of people and there's lots of stuff going on, you could sort of run around and hide in the shadows and stuff like that. But I think you're right. This microphone with a massive big kitten on it going, we're being filmed.
Yeah.
I think that would definitely be my first hurdle.
Yeah. I think one of the other hurdles, so this is kind of like stealth. So when we're dealing with stealth, if there's a lot of people on there, it's brilliant. What would also help is actually not having traditional cameras and having iPhones. Because everybody's got iPhone or Android. So you can quite easily blend, because that will be the undercover element. I don't want to say undercover, but that'll be the whole hidden camera scenario where you can kind of pull back and they won't realize she won't realize that Emily doesn't realize that she's being filmed because you're just there kind of.
So would you also tap up maybe a couple of the creative agency people if they've got a couple of people down there as well? Just say, look, you guys as well. Look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do it on phones. Get your phone out and I'll send me the footage and we can cut to it. Stuff like that. And then you could all of a sudden go from just a 2 camera and a static to maybe a 5 or 6 camera. And that would really sort of without having to really do any much more work, and the creative agency guys are going to be there anyway, and your man on the guitar might set one up for himself and you could have a little bit of that. you could really sort of add just by going, right, we're using iPhones.
Yeah.
Okay.
The static. So the static camera, I would also I would use a GoPro and attach it to the lamppost to hide it and just have a nice wide shot of the whole scenario, that whole
where the proposal was going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it'd be at the end where the musician is. So he would have his iPhone, and then just like a nice wide, so you can see them and see the shot and think, oh,
yeah, that works. It's cool.
Yeah.
Because there might just be that, not just be those two. They might have friends and family as well, and obviously they'll want to be included in. So if you've got, like I said, a GoPro with a nice wide, and you've got Auntie Mabel and cousin whatever, then that could be quite nice.
Yeah.
How are we going to get audio from the musician? What would we think about there? Considering it's windy.
Wow.
Now, has he got an electroacoustic or just a pure acoustic? If it's an electroacoustic, we could plug it into a little Zoom or something like that.
Yeah.
Is he singing though?
Is he singing though?
No.
Oh, that's good.
But if he was, could we put a little lav mic on him or something, rather than having big and again, drawing attention to it with a shotgun mic and all that sort of stuff? Could we put a little, again, hopefully, hopefully there's enough time. This hasn't been sprung on us 2 days before it's happening. Hopefully we've got a few weeks and we can, if like I would need to hire some kitting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd need to hire in a couple of extra mics or something like that. So hopefully there's enough time to be able to do that. But
I think I'd probably say if they've hired this corner of the pier, which that doesn't look like a corner of the pier, but when they get to that place where the proposal is going to happen, I don't think everything has to be hidden completely, because Emily will find out it's been filmed eventually.
Okay.
I mean, it would be a bit odd when you've got a busy pier, lots going on, and all of a sudden you walk into a space that's a bit empty because they've hired it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would be quite obvious, wouldn't it? So
Dead giveaway.
She would know at that point that, if she hasn't already seen the microphone on him, all that stuff, all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. The GoPro she'll definitely won't see, will she?
No.
From if you're going to put it on the railings or somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good. But also if it is hired out and there's no one around, I mean, there's always this thing in the back of my mind of kit getting nicked.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So if you're leaving a GoPro strapped somewhere, and people, you can't just leave it,
It's going to go in.
It's going to go. It's going to go. Either a seagull will have it or someone else. But
So for their little stroll towards this area with the two cameras, would you... what's your thoughts on that? Maybe a gimbal behind them, long lens in front, picking them out in the crowd while they walk towards the end of the pier, or...
I'm a fan of a long lens.
Yeah?
I'm a fan of long lens, if you can pick them out, if you get up a little bit higher, I don't know, standing on a bench or something like, I don't know, and you can sort of them cut. I mean, that I'm personally a fan of that. And then maybe someone stealthily with a gimbal wandering around.
Yeah,
do you reckon, Sheann?
No, definitely that'll work. That obviously the iPhone would be the more budget friendly.
Yeah.
But given the circumstances of how they want it filmed, if there's any restrictions, or it needs to be filmed at this or this quality,
restrictions filming on private, you can get away with an iPhone, but as soon as you get a tripod out or something a little bit more professional looking, sometimes
there might be the sort of couple, Dave and Emily, to have a lavish wedding.
Right.
Hence the cameras and the extra quality, maybe.
Right. So definitely high end.
But I'd incorporate iPhones.
Yeah.
Almost like maybe a behind the scenes of everything happening.
Because I was about to say, it's not going to be a cheap engagement. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Right, I think it's that time. gentlemen,
Oh, dear.
For a curveball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Red herring.
who's going to be first? Are you ready?
Go.
Shean, one other quick thing, mate. We've got in terms of live streaming, we've got a live view solo device sitting in the office, which we'd like to use for the proposal. If we use that, we can switch between camera angles, right? So kind of making it like a real proper production, really immersive for their family and friends. Can we use that? Can we use that, Shean? To cut between camera angles?
Right. No. It's a quick answer to that. I'm impressed they've got a live view.
Yeah.
And that
And
is.
if I said I know what it does.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's explain what live view is first. True. So a live view is a unit which is for streaming. The good thing about the live view unit is you can subscribe to a bonding service. So what that means is you can put a signal in, and then you can use cellular networks, any one of the ones that are available, whether it's in the country or out of the country. So obviously for us it would be EE, O2, Vodafone, whatever it is, and then have them bonded together in the cloud. So have the signal there. If one drops out or it's a little bit weaker, the data in any of those carriers, it will switch between them seamlessly, so it doesn't drop out and the quality will remain the same. So that's good.
Good for a scenario like this.
Good
These are 4G data sims.
These
right?
are, yes, they are 4G.
Not your standard
No,
phone sim.
no.
There's a difference, is there?
There is. You have to have, it would have to be a data plan, and it would have to be, it can be 4G or 5G. I think there's the latest units that actually work on 5G now, but the units I've used the 5G one and the 4G one. So you've got different types of networks that it can be used on. And it can be used, you can use Wi-Fi and a LAN cable in and use all of them together and bond together to make a really strong network for you to broadcast.
Is it always best to have two different networks and they're not the same?
100%, yeah. Most definitely good to have two networks. The whole point of having the bonding is that it's to do with redundancy. So if you have two networks, it's good. If you have three networks, it's better. If you have four networks, it's really, really good. And the probability of one of them dropping out is very low. Or, even if one of them drops out totally, or you move, because obviously it's location dependent. If anything falls, then it will just literally spread the load across all those other networks.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And Brighton Pier, what would be the best network there? Would you do a little test? Isn't there a website where you can sort of find out what the best network is in that area?
Yeah, there is. Those I can't remember the network, but you might know what that is. I don't know, but you can search on 4G coverage, and most of the network carriers have their own services where you can check what the strengths are like within the area.
Yeah.
Now, even with regards to that, you're on top of water.
Okay.
So water is another factor that you've got to really consider. I would personally go there and do a test at the location to make sure that it can be done. Yeah. Because if it can't be done, one of the solutions I would use would be, okay, over the water is not going to work because the signal's far too low. We've not got any cellular network to broadcast it live streaming. So I could use something like a wireless device from the camera to the live view further inland, so that where the signal is strong, and then use that to broadcast. I mean, you know, that's just one situation.
Well, if they've hired the space, I mean, we don't know what the space is, but if they've hired the space, it might be to tap into some Wi-Fi or something. Like if they've hired part of the bar or something like that, the bar might have a Wi-Fi that you could tap into or something like that for 15 minutes that you're live streaming or something like that. But I think going down there and testing it out and asking and can I get the Wi-Fi code, you know, and all this sort of stuff is definitely a fast.
And what about their other requests, cutting between all the cameras with the live view solo?
Oh, all I'm saying is that this engagement is going to cost them the price of a live event, just to let them know. So we're going to have to obviously get a switcher, which means a video switcher, which means that you need another operator.
Yeah.
It means you have to, because you're in Brighton Pier, it means that you can't run cables where you have pedestrians walking up and down, because it's a health hazard. There's all sorts of logistical things that's going through my head that I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that's a nightmare. But yeah, I definitely think about having wireless senders and receivers attached to the camera.
Like a Holyland type.
Yeah, Holyland, DJI do some really good ones. All sorts of obviously the best is, I think, Bolt. I shouldn't say best. Our highly recommended one is a Teradek system, which Bolt, which is, you know, really reliable. Yeah. So you'd have to look at things like that. And remember, you've got 3 cameras. Yeah. You've got audio. There's a lot of RF around, or if it's sort of working on Wi-Fi, you know, 2.4 gigahertz or 5.0 gigahertz, then you got to think about all those things. Though I would literally set up and test most things before and make sure it's okay with the area, to just check that everything's going to work when we turn them on.
So let's go on. Go on.
So I think a lot of these sort of requests that we get, even with the initial brief and certainly the add-ons that come with it, it's yes if, no but. So yes, we can do that if we have more budget, if we have more people, if you do the. Can you do that? No, but what we can do is live stream one camera for you. Yeah. You know, so it's very much how you sort of deliver the good and bad news, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say that they were confused about how it works and they thought it would go to all cameras and etc. What if you had to choose one camera to be the live camera? Which one would you choose?
Oh.
I mean, I know what I would choose. Probably the gimbal behind, or the same camera that has the audio going into it.
I think also it's, you want that, like when he gets to the spot and drops down on one knee, you want the look on her face, which you might not get from the wide GoPro, because he might not get it in the right angle, you know, and all this sort of stuff. Whereas on the gimbal,
go on.
On the gimbal, you've got loads more control. You can spin around there and get her reaction, and that's what
that's
Granny in Australia will want to see.
Like, even if he rehearsed and we told him to get in the right position with the GoPro, the event might sort of overawe him. Yeah. He'll forget.
100%.
And then you're like, we chose the wrong camera.
Yeah, but the gimbal, I would. For me, because whatever he does or they do or wherever they are, you're there, and you can get in, and you can get that reaction shot of her saying no and storming off.
Very good. Let's have another red herring, shall we?
Oh, well, I know it's not my turn now.
You ready, Mark? So this would probably be a good red herring for someone who's currently filming on a long lens, maybe? We talked about earlier.
You suggested that.
I love a long lens.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, mate? Look me my wife. Why's your camera pointing in this way? You better not be filming us without asking. Yeah, you can't just show up here and stick cameras in people's faces. Who gave you permission, huh? You even allowed to be filming here? I'm telling you now, you better delete anything you've got of us, or we're going to have serious problem, mate. I'll turn that thing off right now. I don't care who you're working for. I'm not going to stand here and let some stranger film me and my wife without my permission. Sort it out, mate, before I make a call. Oh, very angry customer.
Very. I'm glad that doesn't direct at me.
So he's come across to you, effing and blinding, while you're filming. So how do we approach this?
I think we need to stay as calm as possible, first of all. Depending how I've set it up, for example, if I was on a tripod or something like that, I would leave the camera running, and then go down, move away from the camera, and go and speak to the guy. Because straight away I've removed myself from the problem, which is the camera, and go and speak to him, try and explain what we're doing, why we're doing, how you are not the focus of attention. I'm assuming that we have had all our permissions and stuff.
You have permission to film by the council.
By the council. So we've got our permissions.
You have your permit.
And we've got our permits. And I'm just the guy here doing this. Yeah. So any complaints, anything like that, you really need to go and speak to like the people who have issued our permits and stuff like that. If I was holding it in my hand, slightly trickier because something's got to give.
Yeah.
You can't be doing two things at once. I can't be concentrating on filming them and speaking to this guy at the same time. So something's got to give. At that immediate point in time, I would probably spend more time chatting to that guy, calming him down, resolving that solution, leave the camera running.
Yeah.
So everything's recorded, because then you can go to the client and go, look, this is what's happened. This is what's happened to me, and I've had to deal with it. If you can calm him down quick enough, placate the situation, get him on your side, you've still got a chance. You can still capture a little bit afterwards. So I think it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. You are filming in a public place. There's lots of people who don't understand that you have got a permit and why you're here and things like that. So yeah, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. But I think I mean, at the end of the day, you got to look out for your safety of your kit, because you might need that kit the next day to earn more money. This is your bread and butter, right? This is, like if your kit gets thrown over by Pier, then you're not working tomorrow. So you really got to try and calm that situation down. So my priority would be dealing with that guy first, and then we see where we go.
What do you think? I agree. Yeah, to remain calm is the most important thing. Number one, you'll have clients shouting at you and saying, "We need this, we need that." Just remain calm. It's the similar situation. The other thing is it's in a public place, and so technically you're allowed to film in a public place.
Yes.
So from a legal point of view, it's okay.
Well, you got permission.
Yeah,
you got permission to do that.
On top of that,
it's like,
and so to have permission, and it being in a public place, he hasn't got a leg to stand on.
Well, I think also it's use, isn't it? Because his image and his missus or whatever has probably been caught on about 25 CCTV cameras since they've stepped foot.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. But people don't worry about that.
No.
What they worry about is where my photos and my images are going to be used.
Yeah.
So although they're being captured on CCTV, they're not going anywhere. They you've got that sort of knowledge that they're not being broadcast, they're not being used on social media and stuff like that. So I think also you need to kind of explain the situation and what you're doing and why you're doing it. And these aren't going to be shown on buses and billboards and YouTubes around Brighton and stuff like that. It's like, this is specifically what we're doing, this is specifically why we're here, and this is what it's going to be used for.
Yeah, I think definitely the reassurance part of that, because I totally understand. We don't know people's situations or scenario or in their own personal lives where it might be dangerous for them to be on film. So we don't know that. So to reassure them, to say, listen, we're not filming you, we're filming a specific couple, and we're minimizing that coverage of the public because we're just concentrating on them, and to just reassure them again, and hopefully it should calm the situation down, and they all realize, okay, it's not about me, it's about this particular couple, and you didn't capture them, or capturing them was a minimal exposure to the public.
Good red herring, though.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Filming a wedding proposal. Please don't screw it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say, filming a wedding proposal. Stick around if you want, because I can show you the rushes afterwards, and you'll see from what I show you that you won't be on it, because I'm focused on 2 people in particular. Or just reassuring words to that effect. It's not like I'm going to run away. When you say stick around and I'll show you, it probably means okay.
They're more likely to disappear than you are. Because they've got their family or whatever, and kids want ice creams, and there's other things going on. But
have you ever filmed 2 people or 1 person in a crowd using manual or autofocus?
Photographically, yes.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
Yeah.
Than video, because you do have a little bit more time to adjust and readjust focus and what have you if you need to when you're taking stills. I imagine that the technology is there to lock onto someone, but sometimes it doesn't always work like that, and it might bounce to someone else and things like that.
I think a quick tip, especially for Sony shooters, take it off eye detection, human face detection, because it will be going haywire.
Yeah.
If you take it off that and then double tap the screen, it's gone into object mode, and it will stay on them. But a lot of people just forget to turn off human face detection, and then it will just go bing, 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 everywhere. Yeah, just a little 2 cents.
Yeah.
I imagine that's probably across the board.
Yeah,
I think so.
for sure.
Yeah. In doing that, also when you're using the long lens, the compression of your surrounding area, can also magnify or minimize the focal dotting around, because your aperture hopefully will be quite high, and that will all be blurred out. So, but yeah, that's really important, because imagine then if it goes to somebody behind them, the person in front will be blurry because you've got a low aperture. So it's really important to change those settings or use manual.
Yeah.
As long as they're not moving.
You're worth your money when you go to manual.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys. I think that brings us to a close on this scenario.
Nice.
Cool.
Have you ever been in a scenario similar to that? Any of you?
I'm trying to remember.
With an angry member of public, or the client sort of asking demands, not knowing what their kit can do, what it can do?
Oh yeah, been in that situation lots of times. Yeah, can you just make sure we get it from, like, that's going to be really hard to do. But yeah, I remember filming a advert outside. It was a flash mob.
Yeah.
So it was outside. Right, in fact, I've done a couple of flash mobs. Yeah, one of them, and people are genuinely nice. They don't, and some people will be like, oh, film me. Yeah. So you very rarely get like confrontation like that. But occasionally it does happen, and I'm trying to remember what I did if or what I would do in a situation, but I've never had that really. And people are like, "Oh no, don't film me." Oh yeah, no problem, we won't film you. And you just tell them it's not aimed at you. We're just doing that. And you've got a camera around your neck, and people are like going, "You're not inconspicuous. You're like standing out like a sore thumb."
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's better to be like that. To go, I'm the videographer, photographer, and this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because then you're not trying to sort of hide and maybe do something a bit sneaky,
Right,
and stuff like that. It's like, no, I'm here, I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
I won't be like, so when I'm doing sports events and things like that, sometimes I'm running around amongst the crowd or jumping over barriers and things like that. And it's like, I'm here just for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm off. And, you know, it's sort of, whereas if you're trying to sneak around and things like that, maybe it creates suspicion. Whereas if you're open about it, speak to the people around you, let them know what you're doing. I think that kind of makes it a little bit easier.
We did a flash mob, didn't we, back in the day?
We did, yeah.
The Flyby.
Yeah.
About 10 GoPros at Glasgow Airport.
Yeah, and a mariachi band.
Mariachi band and... What's the other band?
Kaylee band, that's what I
little
did.
dance off. Check-in.
Yeah.
I think that went to plan.
I never saw the end result.
Didn't you?
No.
Okay. I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
It wasn't how I envisioned it to be. That's because I didn't edit it, that's why.
Yeah. But that was all public, wasn't it? Because we started off at Exeter,
Exeter,
and then flew up to Stornoway.
Manchester, Glasgow, and then Stornoway. Is that right?
Something like that. But it was we were all in the public domain all the time, and it was that was interesting. I mean, I dread to think of the amount of permissions and legal paperwork and all the bits and pieces that went to make that happen. Unfortunately, nothing to do with us, but
So how did you find it? How did you feel about that?
What, the shooting itself?
Yeah, out in the open. Did you have any challenges?
I think the challenge is stuff like that. You're walking into somewhere completely unknown.
Well, you've never been before,
You've never been to Exeter. And all of a sudden you've got to create this masterpiece.
Yeah.
Right.
One take.
Oh,
That's all it's going to be. And there's a few of us on set, and it's fine. We've rigged up loads of stuff. So you've got loads of backup angles and like that. But it's like, I don't know where that... I mean, the mariachi band didn't know where they were going to go, let alone, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. And it's... that I found quite... nerve-wracking / exciting.
I guess that's why we had so many GoPros.
Yeah.
To cover yourself for all scenarios.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just sort of attaching them behind the check-in desk.
Yeah.
Above the check-in desk. It's all crazy places.
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't... There were a couple of agency staff running around sort of placating people and stuff like that. We didn't really have much to do with that.
Yeah. I think it's online somewhere. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think.
I want to see that.
Yeah. I'll dig it out. Okay, gentlemen. Good to see you both again.
Nice.
Yeah, you too.
We'll leave it there. I think there was some good nuggets of wisdom. So if you ever find yourself on a pier in that exact situation, you have no excuses. You'll know exactly what to do.
I've been calling you.
Yes. Right. Okay, guys.
Nice one. Thank you.
See you very soon.
Yeah. Big soon.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and most importantly, please share it with others, whichever platform you're watching or listening on. If you've got any thoughts, questions, ideas for future episodes, then drop me a comment below or email me at martin@shotandstrungfilms.com. In the next episode, we'll be diving into the world of same-day edits at conference expos and what happens when your editor's not on their A game. Spoiler, it's not pretty. Catch you on the next one.